Personal brand for me has catapulted my career, I would say. Working really hard on it over the last couple of years, and it has made a big impact at work. But I think out there in the marketplace, consultants have an inkling of who you are before they've even met you. My name's Althea Papinczak. I'm the design manager for Shape Australia. I've been with Shape for about 3 years now, and I've been in the fit out industry for about 10 plus years now.
My name's Erin Oxley. I also work for Shape. I'm project coordinator. Have been there for about 2.5 years. I'm very new to the construction industry, but absolutely loving it.
Personally, I think it's been such a big topic, not only in the construction industry, but industries, closely related as well, just because of the level of competition that you see, whether it's, us against another kind of fit out competitor or generally out there in the marketplace for different consultants or designers. There's so many different, competitors in each market space. You as an individual within your company and then out there in the marketplace really need to have that kind of edge against everyone else, to be recognised for what you do and the go-to person to be maybe front of mind. I found that personal brand for me coming into Shape, I'd come from a different industry. I'd done retail and hospitality fit outs, and when I came over to commercial, I wanted to make sure that I had built that new personal brand for myself within the industry. So as soon as I kind of came in, it was a really hot topic for me to go out there and set that new personal brand for myself within the commercial fit out industry. And I did see a huge impact as soon as I'd, kind of really worked hard to create that personal brand. You create those connections that, people know who you are, they like who you are, they connect with you really easily, and then you're their kind of go-to front of mind person when they have that next kind of job or, an opportunity come up that they need help with.
I think personal branding, not just externally but internally, has been really powerful for me. So building my personal brand within a company, so we're at Shape, we're about 400 staff, and I think putting yourself in situations where you get exposure to these people in those higher levels. I've been given a lot of opportunities through Shape that I probably wouldn't have if I hadn't put myself out there and joined the individual committees or national committees and really built a presence for myself within just our company and not just externally. And I think there's a lot of power in that as well, and you might not necessarily always work for these people, and they might work elsewhere, and that has a flow-on effect out into the industry as well. So I think that's something people need to consider as well. It's not just an external thing with your personal brand, it's inside the company as well.
So I think there's lots of different prongs to the approach, and a lot of it's online these days, but I think there's also that kind of really strong kind of personal connection that you have to have with it. So for me, the online platform was huge. So LinkedIn was massive. And it's about when you start posting that content, because I think there's a lot of people on LinkedIn who like things and will reshare things but don't post a lot of content. For me, I had to find something to post about, and when I did, and when I was talking about different projects or my opinions or we were lucky with WIDAC to have a really amazing vehicle to talk to the industry about and post about, and then all of a sudden people are getting that insight into who you are. So there's that huge kind of online presence that you can have, but then it has to be kind of followed up with, I regularly spend a lot of time talking to people in the marketplace, catching up for coffees with lots of different people, consultants, suppliers, everyone. Because for me, those kind of, interpersonal relationships, that then spreads the word of who you are and your personal brand a lot further and that sort of stuff. So I think from a personal brand perspective, don't be afraid as well to be really vulnerable. I think that's probably been the biggest one for Erin and I. When I was a project coordinator and stood up there and started doing public speaking, I didn't feel like a leader at the time. But really quickly, because I was happy to let my guard down and talk about all the struggles I was having at work and the things that, I was really nervous about, or, things that I felt really insecure about, it helped people to connect with me a lot quicker. And I think Erin and I have always been really open
and honest. Honest. I think that is a big thing. Vulnerable and be honest with who you are, I think. And getting out there, networking, it's obviously one of those things, but I think no one's or nothing's out of reach. And I think if there's someone you want to go and speak to or catch up with, they might be the top of a company. Reach out, put yourself out there, and let them know who you are, I think. And grow your reach that way, I think.
Another one's mentoring. Like there's, you know, that face-to-face connection and that kind of advice that you can get from a mentor. But the mentor that I had for a long time created a lot of industry connections for me. And so that was huge from a personal branding perspective, to have someone out there promoting you in the marketplace. And it doesn't have to be a mentor. We've got lots of amazing different managers on our leadership team who are champions for us. They're actively promoting us, you know, out there in the marketplace, and that helps to just continue to spread that personal brand message far and wide.
And if you need that stone there, join a committee or something that gives you that platform, you know, to attend events or attend networking events and help out, and it sort of breaks the ice, and it's an easy conversation starter until you're sort of there and comfortable to do that on your own.